Good morning. We're feeling rather happy in this house today. If you watched last week's video, you would have seen that I set myself a mini goal to lose £3. And I got on the scale this morning and I did it. I'm down to 12 stone exactly, which I haven't been for about 2 years now. That was my mini target to hit for the 10th of April, because that's the day I conceived Evelyn and I wanted to be back at preconception weight on that day, because that will then be the lowest I've been for 2 years. So I've hit that early and I'm really happy with that. It puts me in good stead to hit the rest of my targets on time because I've done this one so early. It's been a bit of a funny week because I started off the week with quite a low mood and feeling quite depressed. But instead of the usual reaching for ice cream, chocolate and wine, I found I was actually struggling to want to eat. I just didn't feel hungry because I was so stressed. I was making myself eat breakfast, lunch and dinner, but I think that really sort of, I struggled a bit this week with my mood. Just a bit of back history about my depression for any of you that follow my videos. I've had little bouts of depression now for probably about 8 years, and as time goes on they were seeming to increase with intensity. It started with just a couple of bouts a year of just feeling low really, for a few days, and it sort of came to a head for me about 3 months before I conceived Evelyn. It was in January and I had a month of just being ridiculously depressed. It was just awful. I mean, I'm so lucky that I've got a good husband that stood by me because I was an absolute nightmare to live in with. I did go to the doctors, but they recommended cognitive behavioural therapy for me. I didn't really like the idea of going to a group, so I went on a website. I think it was called something like themind.com, and you have to do little exercises that record how you're feeling, and you sort of have to address the way you're feeling. Quite often is quite irrational, especially for me with things like thinking people were talking about me. But since I did that program online, I've always kept the website in a little folder on my computer in case I need to go back to it. But since I did that course and then got pregnant with Evelyn, I've really sort of got to a point where the minute I feel this low mood coming on, I can stop it from getting full blown in your face, which is great. But yeah, so anyway, back to the weight loss. My real aim now, I think, is going to be to get on to the exercise because I'm starting to lose weight at a great rate. I'm getting quite happy with the weight I'm at, but obviously when you're pregnant you have a big pregnancy bump. You give birth very quickly and that leaves you with loose skin on your tummy, which is something that I hate. And I keep saying to my husband, sometimes I sit and think to myself, what's the point in losing weight, because I don't look any better when I've got loose skin. And he keeps reminding me, that it's more about being healthy than that, but it is something that bothers me, so I'm going to start trying to tone up, but I know that it would take a lot of exercise to get rid of that. So we'll see what happens there. But I think exercising would be a good idea anyway, especially for my strength. So because I'm very weak, I struggle to carry a dinner plate full of food. No pickle. It hurts my wrists. So I think a bit of strength training wouldn't do me any harm. So yeah, that's going to be my main thing to focus on really over the coming weeks. For next weekend, I think I will set myself a target of just losing another £1. I'm going to Cornwall on the weekend, so I think losing £1 would be a good one, because I tend to eat more when I go on holiday, and I struggle to sort of keep track of it. So although I did really well last time I went to Cornwall, I managed to stay the same. I didn't put any weight on, which I was really happy with. So I'm sure I'll be okay again. We'll just have to wait and see. I have a crazy daughter, but God, she's so cute. Yeah, I know. So yeah, all in all, a really good week, and I'm absolutely ecstatic with the £3 weight loss. To be able to type into my fitness pal this morning, £168 was just brilliant. You know, I've still got a long way to go. The lowest weight I've been in the last 6 years since I met Tom is 10 stone 1. That was when I was working at Woolacombe Bay, and I was an entertainer, so I was exercising every night without fail, because you have to do your dances, the party dances, and you did some on stage early in the night for the children, and then later on at night you'd do another routine. So you know, I was exercising a lot. I think I would have lost a lot more, but I was drinking a lot, which I think is why I didn't. But I mean, my overall target for December when we go to Disney World is to get to about 9 stone 10ish. I don't know whether that's achievable, because I know when I was 10 stone 1, I weren't particularly happy with that. I don't particularly like the really, really skinny look. Not on me. The main thing is, my boobs are the only thing on my body that I'm completely happy with. I love my boobs, and that is why very often when I go out you would see me wearing low cut dresses, because I like to show off something that makes me feel confident. And when I was in Woolacombe and I lost all that weight, I looked in the mirror and I just didn't like what I saw, really. I'd lost weight on my boobs, which I wasn't happy with, and you could see my ribs, which I just didn't like, you know. I like a nice curvy figure. Unfortunately, I haven't got a big bum. I'd love to have a big bum, but I haven't. What I want is the big boobs, little waist, big bum. I love Nicki Minaj's figure. I think she is gorgeous, but it would look stupid on me. So we'll just have to see, really. Evelyn's drinking out of a cup. She's drinking a cup of tea. So yeah, that would be great if I could lose enough weight to be nice and curvy, but not too skinny, and not fat. You know, nice in between. Nice healthy weight would be great. So I shall see you next week, guys. Bye.